Moikka moi! It's Riikka Kovasin here with the third and final part of the Impasto inquiries. During the last two videos, I explored impasto paints in two different ways. In the first video, I thickened the paints. Yesterday, I compared the impastos with regular craft paint, and today I'm then diluting the impasto paints or making them softer. Like in the first video, I'm using two different ways to mix those or make those impastos different than they are. For the tag on the left, I'm using liquid acrylics, also from the Finnabair line, and for the tag on the right, I'm then using a soft body gel medium. I'm matching the liquid acrylic colors with the impastos, so I'm mixing this turquoise tone to the pale blue, purple to purple, and darker blue to the darker blue. The drops of the fluid acrylic make the impasto paints more soft and more fluid, so they are more like regular craft or acrylic paint. As I'm kind of diluting the impastos with a product that has pigment too, the end result stays high with the pigment, so it's quite opaque, even though it's more softer. Whereas with the other tag, the right one, where I'm mixing the soft body gel medium, I'm mixing in a product that doesn't have any pigments. So I'm creating more like a wash or kind of a glaze. So it's a bit more transparent, translucent than the other option. You could dilute impastos with just water to make it more fluid, but especially if you're working on top of an assemblage, let's say, which has glass and metal and those kind of non-porous surfaces, then I won't recommend using water, because what happens is that you dilute not only the pigment or make it more fluid, but you are diluting the binder as well. So the paint won't stick as it's supposed to especially those hard surfaces. If you do use water, then remember that it shouldn't exceed 30% of the mass. Next photo will be again the two tags side by side, so you can compare. While the two layers react similarly to the kind of sketching or drawing to the wet paint, you can see some of the text peeking through in the right hand side, whereas the one on the left hides the words and text underneath more, so it's more solid colors. And then I think you know the drill already. Next is finishing these two tags. This time I'm mixing impasto paints with the regular acrylic. So again, I'm mixing in a product that already has pigment. I'm using this mixture to make a stenciled layer. I'm using first a palette knife, so there's going to be a kind of dimensional part of the stenciling, and then finishing with a sponge. As I'm working with kind of diluted impasto, even the dimensional stenciling is a more roundish shape than if I would use impasto as it is. I'm then adding some white splashes and then give the tags a quick dry before moving on. When the acrylic layers are dry, I then add some stamping on top. Again, I'm using that yellow archival ink tone to add a contrasting color or kind of continue the contrasting color I already used in the stenciling. I'm also using the same stamp to decorate some torn pieces of white cardstock. These are going to be kind of the ground where the vintage people are standing, so they are not suspended in mid-air. If you're wondering why the stamped paper is looking like that when I'm using yellow ink, It's because I don't clean my stamps and some of that black archival I usually use is kind of seeping through. But again, I like the effect. It gives more kind of varying look, so I'm okay with it. I'm using double-sided tape to adhere the pieces of paper or the torn strips in place, and then using foam tape to mount the die cuts on top. I then use some old buttons to finish the tags and also add a text sticker to each one. There's a couple of photos following, but again, if you want to see more, please visit my blog. Thank you for watching. I hope you have liked the series. Please consider subscribing if you have liked the video, and also hit that bell sign to be notified when a new video is published. Thank you once again. Wishing you a lovely weekend. Thank you. Bye bye.